The latest developments in the bold and the beautiful unfold with emotional intensity, unresolved tension, and devastating secrets poised to explode. As the storyline steers into heartbreaking territory, each character is confronted with choices that could change their lives forever, some for better, many for worse. At Il Giardino, a seemingly innocent father-son reunion sets the stage for far more than a shared meal. Bill Spencer is all smiles as he welcomes the opportunity to reconnect with Liam, clearly hopeful that their strained relationship can finally begin to heal. It's a quiet, rare moment of warmth between two men who have spent more time at odds than in unity. But any sense of peace is quickly pierced when Sheila Carter shows up, oozing menace with every word and dragging Luna into the conversation. Her comments are calculated, toxic, and designed to provoke, and while Liam bristles, he keeps his composure. Despite the awkwardness, Liam is determined not to let Sheila's twisted games derail his chance to move forward with Bill. He pushes the bitterness aside and embraces the possibility of reconciliation. For both of them, it's a step forward. They speak, for once, from a place of honesty. Bill admits his regrets, and Liam acknowledges how much his father still matters to him. But even in this rare moment of candor, a crucial truth hangs unspoken in the air: Liam's secret. The inoperable brain tumor that casts a dark shadow over his every move remains unmentioned. He carries the burden alone, unwilling to taint this fragile piece with a prognosis that may be irreversible. At the same time, Hope Logan finds herself wrestling with her own secrets. After a tense exchange with Steffy, who never misses an opportunity to warn or manipulate, Hope is left shaken. Steffy's words cut deep, forcing Hope to confront her own missteps in her relationship with Liam. She realizes that she may have taken Liam's love for granted. That maybe, just maybe, she had lost sight of what truly mattered. Still, despite the weight of her own emotional reckoning, Hope chooses silence. She doesn't tell Liam what Steffy said. She doesn't share the spark of understanding growing in her. She keeps her newfound clarity to herself, unsure of what it even means yet. But the past has a way of breaking through even the strongest walls. When Hope and Liam finally cross paths again, it isn't just a meeting, it's a collision. Memories flood in, unstoppable and vivid. Flashbacks ignite, their early days, the laughter, the passion, the dreams they once built together. For a moment, the years melt away, and they are just two people who once believed in forever. The emotional force of their reunion is undeniable. Both of them feel it, the pull, the history, the heartbreak. And for Liam, the moment is bittersweet. As he stands face to face with the woman he's never truly stopped loving, he knows what Hope does not, that his time may be running out. Liam's mind spirals. The thought of leaving Hope, of leaving their daughters, becomes unbearable. The strength he once had starts to falter under the weight of fear and helplessness. He can't bring himself to tell her. Not now. Not while she's smiling through tears, rediscovering what they once had. And so he suffers in silence, even as his love for her grows more intense, more desperate. Hope senses something is wrong, but she can't quite place it. She tries to stay grounded, to be realistic, but her heart betrays her. A flicker of hope appears in her eyes. Could there still be a future for them? Even if it's fragile, fleeting? As if the emotional chaos weren't enough, another storm brews elsewhere. Luna finds herself in the line of fire when Steffy, never one to hold back, delivers a blistering warning. Steffy's rage burns cold, controlled, precise, and merciless. She sees Luna as a threat, a distraction, perhaps even a danger to the balance Steffy so desperately tries to maintain. She lays it all out, unfiltered and intimidating. Luna is left shaken, reeling from Steffy's venomous tirade. The warning isn't just personal, it's a shot across the bow. A message that Luna must tread carefully if she wants to survive the treacherous world of the Forresters and Spencers. Steffy's motivation, as always, is layered. On the surface, it's about control. But deep down, it's fear of losing power, of watching the people around her slip through her grasp. Her grip tightens the more uncertain things become. She's desperate to hold on to what she believes is hers, even if it means crushing those who get in the way. Meanwhile, back in the eye of the emotional hurricane, Hope and Liam continue their tentative steps toward reconnection. Their conversations are loaded with subtext love, regret, longing, and that ever-present ticking clock Liam hears in his head. Every word matters, every glance lingers a second too long. They're tiptoeing around the truth, dancing on the edge of something devastating. Liam tries to be present, but part of him is slipping away. He imagines a world without him in it. He pictures Hope raising their girls alone. The pain is suffocating. And still, he stays silent. Hope, on the other hand, starts to believe again. Slowly, hesitantly, she allows herself to feel. The man she once called the love of her life is standing in front of her, and for the first time in a long while, she truly sees him. The years of heartache, the betrayals, the missteps, they haven't erased what they once shared. She doesn't know what the future holds, but she begins to reach for it anyway, even if it's uncertain, even if it's short. What neither of them knows is that time is running out faster than they can imagine. Liam's condition is worsening. He's hiding it well, but the signs are there: the fatigue, the distant looks, the occasional lapse in concentration. He's trying to hold on, but his body is betraying him. And soon, the truth will come out whether he's ready or not. As the show barrels forward, the tension is electric. Secrets hang over every interaction like thunderclouds. Steffy watches from a distance, calculating her next move. Bill clings to the hope of a family reunion, unaware of the tragedy looming over his son. Luna struggles to stand her ground in a world that is more ruthless than she ever imagined. And Hope, caught between love and uncertainty, edges closer to a truth that could destroy her. The question is no longer whether Liam and Hope still love each other. It's whether that love can survive what's coming. And when the truth finally shatters the fragile peace they've built, will it be too late? This chapter of The Bold and the Beautiful is as raw and gripping as ever, trading melodrama for genuine emotional weight. The characters are flawed, complex, and spiraling toward decisions they can't take back. It's not just about love anymore, it's about time, legacy, and the pain of what could have been. And as every beat of this story unfolds, one truth becomes clearer than ever: nothing in this world is guaranteed. Not love, not forgiveness, not even tomorrow. Tensions are erupting in The Bold and the Beautiful as long-held secrets, misplaced loyalties, and impossible choices crash into one another, pushing each character to a breaking point. Loyalty is tested. Love is manipulated. And death now casts its long shadow over every decision. Carter Walton finds himself in the wrong place at exactly the wrong time. What should have been a moment of peace turns into a shattering emotional blow when he inadvertently overhears Hope Logan making a heartfelt commitment not to him, but to her ex-husband, Liam Spencer. The words strike like a blade. Carter listens, unseen, as Hope lays bare her conflicted heart. She's not just reminiscing, she's promising. A moment that might have rekindled hope in Carter's heart is instead the spark that ignites something entirely different. It doesn't take long before Daphne Rose steps into the void left in Carter's emotional wake. She's been circling Carter for some time, patient, observant, waiting for her opening. And now she sees it. Carter, wounded and vulnerable, becomes the perfect target. Daphne doesn't just comfort him, she seizes him. In her mind, this is proof. Hope was never the one. Carter belongs with her. In the emotional wreckage, Daphne finds validation and control. But outside of that affair, Liam is crafting a plan of his own, a plan not driven by romance, but by the slow, creeping dread of the end. He knows something none of them do. His time is short. The inoperable brain tumor he's hiding is a fuse burning faster each day. He watches Hope with eyes clouded by love and pain, knowing he must push her away for her own sake. He cannot let her waste what little time they have on a relationship doomed by death. Instead, he does the unthinkable. He begins steering Hope toward Carter. He suggests a future she never asked for. But the irony, of course, is savage. By the time Hope starts looking in Carter's direction again, Carter may already be in Daphne's bed. Meanwhile, chaos brews on the cliffs above Los Angeles. Steffy Forrester, ever the enforcer of family boundaries, is blindsided when she finds Luna visiting Finn at the iconic Cliff House. The sight is enough to send Steffy into full defense mode. Luna insists she just wants to see her father to understand where she comes from, but Steffy shuts it down with brutal clarity. Luna isn't welcome. Her presence represents a threat, a crack in Steffy's carefully curated world. And Steffy is not one to tolerate cracks. But Steffy's wrath doesn't stop at Luna. She turns the full force of her authority on Finn next. If he thought he could play mediator, he was wrong. Steffy lays down the law with Finn, demanding he do a better job of drawing lines and keeping them. There is no room for blurred boundaries or secret meetings not in her house. Finn, caught between empathy and loyalty, tries to appease her, but Steffy is unwavering. Word spreads quickly in the world of the Forresters and Spencers, and Taylor Hayes soon hears about Steffy's heavy-handed handling of both Luna and Hope, especially the part about Steffy telling Hope about Liam's medical condition, despite Liam's plea for silence. Taylor, always torn between maternal protection and therapeutic rationality, surprises everyone by siding with Steffy. So does Finn. They both believe Steffy did the right thing. Liam's secret was too devastating to keep. Hope had the right to know. But Liam isn't so quick to forgive. The breach of trust leaves him reeling. In a world where every breath matters, having that breath stolen by someone he trusted cuts deep. He doesn't lash out, he plans. And soon, he seeks out Finn for a conversation that's not just important, but final. Liam sits across from Finn, haunted and calm, as he speaks of Steffy and Hope. He lays out his last wish not for himself, but for the two women he spent most of his life loving. He tells Finn plainly, after he's gone, someone needs to make sure Hope and Steffy find peace with one another. He sees something in Finn, a calm, a clarity that tells him this is the man who could broker that fragile future. It's not about romance or competition anymore. It's about harmony, legacy, and leaving behind a world his daughters can survive in. Liam doesn't beg. He doesn't dramatize. He simply asks. And Finn, stunned by the weight of the request, finds himself agreeing, whether out of compassion, guilt, or a desperate desire to do something good with the little time Liam has left. Elsewhere, the emotional ground continues to shift. Carter, now tangled in Daphne's embrace, finds himself questioning everything. Hope's sudden attention comes too late. Daphne, sensing a threat, tightens her grip. But Carter, driven by wounded pride and leftover love, might not be so easily claimed. Daphne begins to realize that seduction isn't the same as possession. She won his body, but maybe not his heart. Hope, caught in the ripples of Liam's retreat and Carter's retreat into Daphne, begins to feel lost. She had clarity. She had purpose. But now the men she once thought she could count on are drifting in different directions, each driven by secrets she only partially understands. She turns inward, uncertain of where her heart truly belongs. Carter? Liam? Neither? The ground beneath her is shifting faster than she can adapt. And in the background, the inevitable draws closer. Liam's condition is worsening. He's losing time, losing energy, losing grip. He's not the man he was, and soon everyone will see it. But until then, he keeps moving. He keeps planning. He keeps whispering instructions about the future to the people around him. A future he won't be part of. The weight of finality hovers over every scene. Characters move like players in a game they no longer control. Steffy, harsh and righteous. Finn, torn and burdened. Carter, conflicted and compromised. Daphne, ruthless and rising. Hope, awakening too late. And Liam, the eye of the storm, trying to shape the future even as his own fades. Every thread in this tangled web pulls tighter as the story barrels toward confrontation. Words have consequences. Secrets have weight. And no one, not even the ones trying to control it all, can escape what's coming. Because the bold and the beautiful is no longer about who ends up with whom. It's about what's left when love, control, and life itself are slipping away. Stay tuned, the reckoning has just begun.